Dunn, me for 11, and I'm here with my broadcast partner with Tyler again. And he's back with us for the pregame show. And that's right, our next team, as we're ready to see their next performance, it's the rematch between the Nuggets against the Clippers. We've seen so many others as we have the Nuggets shutting down in Game 3, but it's a big back-to-back stance to put in from one range to the other. One was Game 1, and then it was Game number 3 that turned to be like it was kind of like epic battle. But now, will the Clippers able to take a snatch to tie the series up in Game 4? Or will the Nuggets able to extend out a 3-1 series over to Los Angeles? And now for my next commentary partner I have is Son of Beast. He's also along with the other crews with Paintbrush, and the third commentary of the crew is Gangsta Beast, and Ali LaForce is joining us for a sideline for tonight's game. And now, let's hope there is a great battle for this range, but at this point, it's going to be another one. You ready for it? Then I sure do so, because this is Game 4 starting now. Nuggets, Clippers, next on 2K Sports. 2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs. Greetings everyone at Los Angeles. It's game time as we are ready to prepare for Game 4, the battle between Los Angeles and Denver. I'm Son of Beast, and I'm here with my broadcast partner with Paintbrush and Gangsta Beast, and Ali LaForce joining us with the sideline for tonight's game. Here to starting groups. Jamal Murray is with Christian Braun, but it's Porter Jr. with Aaron Gordon, and Jokic is right towards center. For the Clippers, we have is James Harden. He's also along with the claw of Kawhi Leonard. Norman Powell is right toward in the wing on the side of it. And then right toward in the middle we have across in is Zibarika Zubats. And the last one that we're ready to see is Russell Westbrook watching here on Chris Dunn. And the ball's hit. We are ready to go into a dome for the start of Game 4 of the night. James Harden will now send it over to Chris Dunn, as he'll send it again to James Harden. Now finds it off to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard swings off to Powell. Powell with the fade shot. Now finds James Harden for the start for the 3 for James Harden. The beard doesn't make it in. That'll be the first miss for Game 4 for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jamal Murray will start here in the middle. Gordon outside for 3. That one's missed and rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got the ball, now sends it to Ivica Zubats. He'll send it over to Powell. Powell sets it to Leonard. Harden for number 3. Second try is good. And he'll get the first 3-pointer for James Harden. Harden's definitely really well in the beard, man, but he never seemed to be like doing for anything last at all. Now this would be all a great team to make those one go by. Oh, what a slam. I gotta see for Jamal Murray and once more time. This is why I've been really seeing things. The blue arrow, he's striking in. There's Zubac, he finds James Harden right toward again to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard swinging it over. The back stepper finds Harden. Harden over Jamal Murray. That's missed again. Rebounded by Christian Braun for the Denver Nuggets. On a fast break, here's Porter Jr. The cover by Powell. Solid D for the Clippers as Powell will try to stop in, and a rebound by Dunn. You don't see what happened now. That is what they just believe on with the great take for Norman Powell. That better show him defensive effort. It was not easy, and you took good. Here's Murray, following along with a slam dunk by Norman Powell. It's great to have his first dunk in. I literally love seeing this. Sometimes it just don't even matter, but they really have to believe on it was about to be Norman Powell. It's a better change. I know the effort. Braun makes a drive in, and this one will be number 2 for the Nuggets. Past the 2-minute mark in the first quarter, here's Dunn, finds again to Leonard. Leonard looks over to Dunn, now he gives it over to Powell. Talking to Ali LaForce about Tyrone Lue. the head coach from the Los Angeles Clippers, he was given a little bit of a word for Kawhi Leonard to give that a better use. This drive effort is not pulling in. After he strained himself in the third game, it was not likely, but he told him to stay and put. All the other players at this point, Kawhi Leonard was alright for him, but he was talking to his coach for the medical if he's okay or not. He seemed to be very hurt, but sometimes it's not easy to bring it off, Diddley. Yeah, I know. I don't see anything that definitely gets expanded off across. Looks like Kawhi Leonard will have to keep moving with his legs. Great three going in for Christian Braun as they're all tied for 7. After a block, I can tell now that this one happens to Christian Braun. That's another blocking shot here by the Denver Nuggets. There's no way that they're really playing it off the paying the price here. I have never seen anything that does get away from it. Done. Harden for 2. That will take it in, and this one breaks the chain as James Harden's got 5. Harden's not going to go off the target. That screen motion is giving a hard perception on the passer. Here's Murray for the 2. The rebound by Jokic, he puts it in with the dunk. He rolls that one in the paint that quickly, and it's now a 9-9 game. Oh, don't say no, that really must have hurt. And they can hear that coming by. You don't want to get offended. Dorian passes over to Leonard. Leonard passes over to Zubac. Zubac over Jokic. That's good. They beat the Zubac with his first bucket in with 4 minutes remaining in the first. Now Braun will have the effort on Norman Powell. The pass finding Murray. Inside Braun. The pass off. Gordon for 3. That one will sink the triple from corner range as they get their lead up by 1. I've never seen about Eric Gordon about the 3-pointer. He would have made that one clear. It was kind of hard and difficult to make it in, but he never got a 3-pointer in postseason. Dunn finds Norman Powell, and he gives off to Zubac. Over to Jokic. Great D by the Denver Nuggets. And Murray on his way down. Murray outside finds Gordon. Great D by James Harden. And a pass to Jokic for 3. That rolls in and out. Rebound by Dunn, finding again to Zubac. And he's over now to Dunn. Dunn steps across. Here's Harden for another 3. This will be another 3-pointer for the Clippers. They're up by 2. Harden's got 8. There's no standout to this point. That's James Harden. A big standoff here for the Los Angeles Clippers. I've got a lot of seeing things. I've never seen if he was going to make it in. I've got a feeling if he could definitely try to keep that up. Stay prim. Stay everything. That's all that matters. Oh yeah, I know what you got the feeling afterward. You definitely done it all there, Paintbrush. You've done it all. Especially by the workman, partner. That's what I noticed. My hometown is the living. Timeout given by Denver Nuggets with only 2:52 remaining in the first quarter. A great start here for the 14-12, and they're really been docking underneath the rim. Never seen like this play matchup turn to be anything. But it was the tightest game that they could ever face. It's competitive. No mission as able to start things often for the NBA stars. And they are better to have Ben Simmons to try this thing again with the West Coast team. After finishing off with the 2 Eastern Conference teams between the Sixers and the Nets, he now joins to the West Coast. This time, the Clippers wants to bring him in to do it for the center. Yeah, point guard is not really absolutely a better thing for Ben Simmons, but he only does was the center. It's a better guard than he's been doing it for, and sometimes you don't get it oftenly. Well, he did just that, but it seemed like Ben Simmons may not be the better real typo if he really had done it all. So, he's going to have to give everything what he got. Here's Westbrook, and a drive makes it in for 2. Going to start off for the new group with a substitution, and now it's going to be Coffee with Donovan Jones Jr. and Ben Simmons. Yeah, I could tell that Russell Westbrook was making the line change, and he was facing against James Harden really well. So that might have been only that. Harden up with the drive, he makes it in. That's 10 points for James Harden. Under 2:30 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. Westbrook, an eye on target. setting a screen by Watson. In for two. And rebound by Coffey. That'll be his first rebound of the night here as he sets over Bogdanovich, and now he'll find to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons will give the pass back to Coffey. Coffey now gives to the Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich, right toward middle, the foul, and that'll be off with the shot as Najee takes his first personal foul. It'll be your first team foul for Denver Nuggets under 2 minutes. You don't know how to cut it to them or Boban Bogdanovich, but that's really what they were doing. There was no contact in the foul, and he was right in it. Not a great start when you're doing this for your own drive, but that one stick it out. 2 free throws coming up for Los Angeles Clippers as Bogdanovich is at the free throw line. Bogdanovich knocks the first free throw. You know, according to that standard, and this one was only the search of the NBA part of its news, Boban Bogdanovich was one of our biggest on the Serbian basketball shooting. And he's the same thing, just like Nikola Jokic. But since they have been playing there together, they were not part of it. They were played differently for Boban Bogdanovich to play that off as a Serbian player. Yeah, you know, that's why I just need to see things again. You know, Boban Bogdanovich was not really what he played for with against Nikola Jokic, but he definitely joined the team with that. It's a Serbia team, but all I mention to now is Boban Bogdanovich, he definitely played it in the Olympic Games of summer 2024, and then for now, they'll have to find out if they can definitely handle it off. I don't know what keeps on coming, but this track might be a given up for the generation. It may not be easy enough, but they really have it going on in the right time. It could be a little difficult, but you know, that Serbian player may not be easy enough. Don't take the risk of it if you're doing it. And here's James Harden now finding the pass to Jones Jr. Again to Bogdanovich. 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Jones Jr. Pass broken up here as Braun takes the steal. Slides it over to Westbrook. They give over to Braun. And Savage is from outside on Ben Simmons. The pass off to Westbrook. Set up screen. Here's Westbrook. The cut inbounding. Pass broken up. And that'll be a violation as this will turn it over to the Clippers ball. Oh, bad communication afterward. You don't see that? That's goes the other way. James Harden's checked out as Ben Simmons moves over as Drew Eubanks checks it on in on the court. Now as Ben Simmons is on his shooting on a point guard, you'll have some time to make some new changes here to see what goes in. James Harden on the bench. He might be showing it. Go Ben Simmons. Now Simmons will have it against over to Russell Westbrook. He'll give it again to Bogdanovich, finding again to Jones Jr. The bounce pass to Eubanks. Eubanks passes to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich over Braun. Off the rim and rebounded by Westbrook. Westbrook with the drive. Alley-oop the pass to Najee. Rebounded by Eubanks. And here's Bogdanovich. Right toward the zone. For the three. And that goes off the rim, and that will end the first quarter. The 17-16 score starts for the Clippers. It's a close game, but we'll be back soon for the second quarter. Coming up next will be a tight one here. All to remember, Western Conference Showdown. Denver and LA. And if you're just tuning us in, we'll get the second quarter coming up for you. A close game, 17-16. Alright guys, I know this is not the easy take, but let's have your thoughts about how they've done the first game out of it. Well, it wasn't my only option here for the third game here for the Clippers, but my choice is they've been coming back here. It's going to look a bit better afterward, but more likely what I need to know is they do need to keep things out of the way. There's no change, but they really have to do things like they want to move out of the zone. But more importantly, I have to take a look at it again if the Clippers can definitely score things in. They'll probably come back in. Same dude here. They might do it for real. Reason takes. And we start the second quarter here. As for Leonard's team, he's got a cross with Batum, and also cross is done with Jude Eubanks. For the Nuggets, Curry's with Westbrook. And from the middle, we have across this Jokic. And then it's Russell Westbrook with Aaron Gordon and Porter Jr. back there on the court. Covered up by Broad. And a shot. Great steam. Set up for Murray. Backstepper. Good. It's a back-to-back game here for the pointer, 20-19. There's no question afterward. I mean, that time needs to be out there at the right timing. No one's going to be able to set it up across. They have to get moving. Here's Batum, starts the three. That will be his first miss of the three-pointer for Nicholas Batum. And Westbrook will send it over to Murray. 6:45 remaining in the second quarter. And here's Jokic. Backstep over Eubanks. No good. Eubanks with the rebound, sets it over to Dunn. 6:30 remaining in the second quarter, as he'll give it over now to Eubanks. Eubanks sets the Batum. Dunn, back to Powell, and Dunn tries for three. This time he doesn't make it either. Porter Jr. against Kawhi Leonard. Stumbles a step with a drive, loses the ball, and that last touch is going to be Aaron Gordon. Now change over to Clippers ball. How about we have a look for Michael Porter Jr. for this game, guys? Well, I've been seeing about Michael Porter Jr. That season was turning to be like it's a gaining widget. This money line might be just impossible enough to give that one a good, fair, clean start. I know he's really doing well, but let's face it. If Michael Porter Jr. able to make his career a high-range scorer, he might be able to be over the record, but he's out a long way to go before retiring. Leonard for three. That's missed again, rebounded by Russell Westbrook. And they're not shooting the threes really well oftenly. That's a bad step. And rebounded by Batum. They'll set it over now to Norman Powell. Norman Powell, give the pass. Here's Eubanks in the middle. That's good. Great pass here by Norman Powell as Eubanks got his second bucket. Under 5:30 remaining in the second quarter. Westbrook will find again a Murray. The screen given. In middle. Oh my goodness. That's a big alley-oop drive and reverse dunk for Aaron Gordon. Oh, get that out of town now. You know I've been feeling like that's what I seen Aaron Gordon do is reverse dunk. That is some shocking now. Powell for three. And no good. Rebound by Jokic, finding again to Murray. Right to the middle. Ball's loose. Rebounded by Dunn. Back the other way is Batum. He'll give it over to Drew Eubanks. Eubanks set the pass back to Batum. Over to Eubanks, forgot to travel. Again, Norman Powell. He moves over to Kawhi Leonard. Drew Eubanks setting the screen. Here's the alley-oop. Oh, wow! Right in the middle. That's Eubanks with a perfect alley-oop successful pass. Well, it's been a bit revenge afterward, and there is no time to tell. Timeout given by Denver Nuggets with only 4:26 remaining in the second quarter. Well, I wouldn't believe it on that. I mean, it really just kept on flying. It's the back-to-back strings. I mean, nobody is going to tell that what they did, and, you know, they don't really seem to care proactively. All they have to see is now, it's a big scores. That's crazy. Every time they do it oftenly, they don't seem to play it like they do for. And they just can't get over it. That's a big fight down here. They really are stepping to the pace. As now James Harden is back on the court, and now the Denver Nuggets will make new changes here. Russell Westbrook moves over to the point guard position as Murray moves over. Stolen the ball, trying to know where the ball went, but it's recovered by Westbrook. Westbrook pass, three for Porter Jr. That's missed again, and rebounded by Leonard. Dun's got a second rebound of the night. As Michael Porter Jr. is a little bit of desperation to start off the first half.
That's not really what I've seen so far, and they really can't play it like that. It really didn't seem like Porter Jr. wasn't set to go. You really need to get somebody else's attention.
For the shoot, Leonard. Time need to be done right. Mika Zubac can't make the two-pointer. Another missed here for the Los Angeles Clippers as now Westbrook is right toward the wing. And now to take. Westbrook, in middle, great drive here by Porter Jr. after assist by Russell Westbrook. Well, there you have it. That's one. And that's what takes over with another take of the goal is the passing. That's really like deficit, not the danger. And great two by James Harden the other way as 12 points puts it on for the Beard.
The Beard is going again. He's really like taking a drive afterwards there. But don't take in mind if you're doing this.
Three-pointer misses off the target for Zubac with a rebound with final 3 minutes in the first half. And now Harden, here he comes. He'll get it back. Set back to Dunn, over to Zubac. Zubac making new changes here on the court. 6 to shoot. Time running down. Here's Harden for three. From the range, makes a drive up for the three. He's got 15. And Harden showing the crowd what's in low.
Get the Beard hype afterward. The defense is on.
Now Gordon. Murray. Nobody around. This is a three. Zubac takes over. He's got his third. Now he'll roll over to James Harden. Harden going for it again. Oh, look at this pass off. This is a big drive lane for a 17-point bucket score for Harden. Now Jokic is undone. Down to 2 minutes remaining in the first half. And there's going to be a blocking foul on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be the first foul and the first team foul for Los Angeles. Now with some new changes here for the Nuggets. As now it will be Watson, Sarge, and Najee checking in. For the Clippers, only a couple changes here as Dunn moves back over. And this will be Jones Jr. and Leonard moving to small forward. Now Kawhi Leonard will take it over. On a set pass to Zubac. Corner for three. That's another free banger for the Hornets. The free beer bin is fearing the life out of the Lord.
It's big sky time. We notice that Los Angeles says, James Harden, it's fly time.
Oh my goodness. That's what I always noticed about him before. James Harden, he's not showing us with some descriptive. He's really on a hard rhythm in his life. My goodness. Is the beer man one of the better takes here? He's going to keep it that long before shaving it off? I don't think so. I don't think so. What do you say? Not my word. You're right. I think his beard is going to keep it on for good. Coming up will be the halftime report as we have Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny, the Jet Smith, and the big fella of the Chat Bonilla. As we have the halftime show underway. Harden is showing up some big loves here in the first half of Game 4. But will the second half be with the new replacement head coach for the Nuggets? Will he have some right key in the option? Find out after the halftime show is being complete after this one. Then for the first half finish, we'll get to the halftime show and back to the second half at Intuit Dome. We love this one in the new arena. Instead of in Crypto.com Arena, which sharing the arenas, they have their own. Let's see how it does. Pay enough price, baby. We want to see LA roll. That was a new change of putting in for the Clippers. Here's have a look and see how they did for the league leaders. The field goal percentage since the All-Star game, they're even. 50.3 and 50.1 for both teams. You know, it was quite like a hard times, and they were just really on a great use of the percentage of their three-pointers. It's no way to make the field goal obvious on the range. They just need time more often. Westbrook against Harden, Watson for three. That will sink the triple. A 33-27 score. And now we're passing a 90-second mark in this first half of the game. Harden sets to Zubac. Zubac now finds Dunn. Dunn will give it to Coffee. Coffee Passes over to Jones Jr. Backs a step. Goes the pass to Harden. Here's the finish. Oh, he knocked him down. Trying to get it back. And Zubac will take the fingertip roll. He has 4 points. I don't know what happened over here. That last play must have been a bump out for some reason. And I think that because Zubac must have come in with that. I don't know if he was covering on him for real, but let's say this. If he doesn't get enough showing at this right timing, he could be a little bit off. So we're going to have to watch that one carefully.
Yeah, dude. I definitely do agree with you. Don't make him run away.
Dunn now finds again to Jones Jr. down to 35 seconds remaining in the first half. He rolls to Coffey. Coffey trying to pass to Harden. Harden looks over to Victor Zubac over and overhand. Harden, quick three. The training at number 3 is off the mark. And Christian Braun with the rebound. Russell Westbrook locks in for 2. Now rolls with the rebound back to Zubac and goes to Dunn. 10 seconds remaining in the first half, as Jones Jr. will now give it again to Dunn. Here's Harden for the 3. He's done it again. That's 23 for James Harden. MVP? I don't know. And he makes another 2-pointer for the Nuggets. And that'll be it for the first half. 38-32 to score. They're up by 6. And we are approaching halftime. Stick with us. The second half is underway. All right, let's check in on Allie LaForce and see what we got. Allie?
Thanks so much, guys. To a strong first half for this team. What was the mindset that gave you guys the lead?
We just have to be ourselves, just be ourselves, move the ball, but unselfish, and we're going to get ourselves along.
Stay true to you, guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. Stand by for the halftime show as we will be back with the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 23 points and 1 assist. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last outing. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
They came in prepared. The offense is firing on all cylinders. You love the patience, the flow. Very efficient. Volume of possessions and success like that. This is not a team you want to bet against. At least not.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
They need to play with better energy on defense. Anyway, they've allowed over 50% shooting. Gave up way too many open looks. I'm sure they hear that in the locker room. Maybe they'll come out
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And as we're tuning us in to get back into the third quarter, it is the tightest game here as Harden is bringing us here for our big moment to put up with some fiery kill shots. And with that one, the biggest lead was 38 over 32. Yeah, I can really tell about James Harden. He was really like the biggest on the fella that he ever been accommodating for. And just to make the finish, this hard drive is going to definitely make good for a good start.
Indeed so.
Let's see what happens for the third quarter. That's going to start for that third quarter. James Harden is with Chris Dunn. And Zubac right towards center. He's along with Kawhi Leonard and Norman Powell and shooting guard. Powell will send it over to James Harden. Harden looking it around. He finds Leonard. Chance for the 3. Open look range. Makes it in. He's got 3 points for Kawhi Leonard. Quiet so far in the first half, but now he's finally got it for the second half.
He's getting it all done.
The 3 from Wood. That one sinks the triple on the other ran. Reporter from Allie LaForce talking in with the new coach of the placement here. Allie LaForce knows that Jamal Murray was really seemed to be noticing that he gives it all with the right percentage afterwards. She talked to him and he had a little bit of a hard miscommunication on his effort. They've really been struggling that far. It's just quite hard that they're doing the right thing. But we will be able to see what happens with the fourth game if they make a comeback range or ball it back in. Not quite easy enough to put it in there, guys.
Yeah, I definitely would have believed that. Jamal Murray, we need to get some regrouping here before he goes.
It's not easy. No control. Set to him. And now Zubac will send it over to Harden. Here's Powell for three. That's number three miscommunication here for the Clippers as Russell Westbrook's right toward the wing, finding Murray. Murray's shot, up and over, makes it in.
The assist goes to Russell Westbrook.
And here's James Harden, right toward the wing. He'll send a pass back to Ivica Zubac. Zubac sending a cross now, finding James Harden. He'll give it to Norman Powell. Powell will send it over, now find the Chris Dunn. Right around for the back, right for the crisscross, and he just spins and pulls it in. No traveling on the violation. Well, I guess that was clear. I mean, that Chris Dunn had to do some little fancy footwork here. Wow. I've never seen anything like that was going to be in right toward the target time.
You bet.
Powell for three. Got it to go. Number three for the Clippers as he has 7.
There's no chance to quit here for Norman Powell, but he really is showing up the three at the right time.
Braun misses the three. He wants to do it back the other way, down by 8, but it's missed again. Now Zubac will set it outside, now finds again a Leonard. Leonard pass, now finds Powell. Powell thinks the feed over to Dunn. He passed 2 minutes to play on the court in the third. And as Harden does it again, he has 25. Look at how fans react. And James Harden, he really does think that he wants to go back to Mile High and then try to shut them down. I don't know what's going to take, but this might be a possible choice. Murray sending it over. Back behind the switch for the 2. And rebounded by Ivica Zubac. Zubac sets it over to Powell. Powell pass, finds Harden. Harden, give back to Zubac. Zubac swings to Powell. Here's Dunn. Dunn gives to Powell. Powell sidestepped it over Murray. That's no good. And rebounded by Murray the other way. He would have had almost made that one tipped in dry with a little step motion. He couldn't get a swing of it. And Murray will send a drive in with another 2-pointer. Timeout called by the Los Angeles Clippers with 4:07 remaining.
Well, it doesn't mean they're that. They just really have to be playing like they did.
And we will step aside and we'll get our next group and set ready for a little change in offense and defense. Try this motion. Looks like Denver Nuggets might be closing in. Down by 21. Down by 10. Nearing by 10. So, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I would say down by 11. But this is going to be a great change afterwards. They have to play for it. Keep it playing. Now, the first time I definitely seen things was all it took for Bogdan Bogdanovic. He was first playing with the Partizan, and it was definitely the part of the first team that he played with. And then the second team by 2014 season, the 15, he played the Fenerbahce. It was part of the SK, as they were noticing of how it takes in. He was pretty crazy afterwards of showing it off on the postseason advantage, but it was not always easy enough to see that Boban Bogdanovic done it for real. You know how I'd love to see Bogdanovic do another dish off with the 2-pointers or the 3? I want to see him do it again. Oh, you think so? Yeah, I definitely do. And with Bogdanovic, he might be feeling like, well, it can be hard afterwards sometimes. Don't take a reason after it if you're doing it. I would say so. Bogdanovic is really like all for the take in for anything. Just possible now. Gotta see what he can definitely do. And guys, you will be seeing this one at the end of the video, so once there's a highlight, you can check out Boban Bogdanovic's best EuroLeague teams of his most of the highlights. You don't want to miss that one out. With a side comparison, unlike Luka Doncic.
I wouldn't say so about Luka Doncic afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think so. Sorry. Bogdanovic shots off the target, and it's fouled by Marco Porter Jr. That'll be another team foul for Denver Nuggets. Stop the clock at 3:25. Bogdanovich definitely didn't see what he was doing it for. He really wants to get that up. That target shot has been impatient. He just needs some timing to get this one done. 2 free throws coming up for Boban Bogdanovich. And Jokic would have had to prove him to make that one go for anything. Bogdanovich knocks the first free throw. And it's a new line group skier as Watson and Saric are checked in. And Aaron Gordon is subbed out. Porter Jr. moves over to power forward. Now I'm talking about for his career, the better seasons happens with the Serbian League playoffs, and he definitely played in the Olympic Games since 2016 was his first start that he played for.
Well, I know that. That's Bogdanovich as he's really been doing for anything with a real reason. This possible stance is definitely not always easy enough, and they change it often. They never seen how he could definitely do it, and I was really noticing that he could handle it from all takes. When I know about Bogdanovich, he really has to be player of the year 3 times in a row on MVP. It can be hard. Difficulties are no chance.
Foul given by Ben Simmons after they count the bucket for Jamal Murray. He's at the free throw line shooting 1. Oh boy, this is really like what they all expected now. They're fighting down by 10. And he makes the free throw in there. They'll get their points with an even score, down by 10. Oh boy, I wouldn't see that coming. And he makes the free throw. They're down by 10 for the Nuggets. 3:15 remaining in the third quarter as Harden will have the ball. And it's over now to Bogdanovich. Rolls it in with a sidestepper. Back the other way goes. Bogdanovich slugs it home. And Brian with the foul.
Is that what I mentioned now? Bogdanovich, way to go. That big drive is going to put it in for nothing.
At the line for your first, Bogdanovich. 1 shot.
He missed the free throw, but he will only take 2 points in the game with the foul bucket 1. Now I've seen about Boban Bogdanovich as he was playing up for some better teams here. The last time he first was playing was the first start as he has been drafted since 2017 with the Sacramento Kings. But the first thing that he definitely did start it off was the Phoenix Suns with the 27th overall pick since 2014. And what I realize now that one of the big fantasy on the teams can be definitely that hard. And for some moments back in the Euro League, he was really sure enough that he could definitely try to keep on coming. Yeah, and I would notice that this would be all taken in for Boban Bogdanovich. It can be a hard thing for the Serbian players to score over. Just like unlike Nikola Jokic, it was not always easy when he was been playing afterwards. You know, you wouldn't say about if you can definitely try to beat over one, you have to be a better playing off on their ability. This drive up for Serbian player can definitely try to do for anything. What I notice about Boban Bogdanovich, he really has to be showing off what he can definitely do it. This can be hard and difficulty on the big range. Foul given by Pat Watson. That's to be his first foul, and Simmons is heading to the free throw line shooting 2. He's from LSU, and he's looking like he wants to get his All-Star game. He's currently not getting into it. But as for Luka Doncic, he's right in first place, and James Harden's in second.
The All-Star doesn't matter the appearances, and what happens with James Harden, he getting a lot of the great stuff
to push him bounding for a drive. Ben Simmons at the free throw line shooting 2. Since he played with the Sixers and Nets, now his time to shine if he makes one of the free throws in. He makes the first one, as now Harden and Bogdanovich are checked out, along with Batum. As there will be new players coming onto the court, Coffey, Jones Jr., and Eubanks are checked in, as Bogdanovich moves over to small forward. Only good for 1, but not enough for the second. And that's okay, because that happens with Ben Simmons. He just practices with the free throw line. He just gets better and better. Murray pass back to Braun. Braun pass to Murray for 3. That's another miss by Denver. Eubanks sets it over to Ben Simmons. Just about 1:30 left to remain in the third quarter. Down to a 90-second in regulation. Find the pass over to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich rolls over to Simmons. Gives to Bogdanovich. Shoots around Braun. The foul. He got it again. That's 2 in a row for Bogdanovich. He got 7. And the foul's given over by Christian Braun. His second personal foul and their 4th team foul. Just the bonus afterward. Bogdanovich? Oh my gosh. He was really like showing how he was able to get this thing in there. I would bet. If I know about Bogdanovich down in the beast, I would have Howard. No joke, but Howard in.
Oh yeah, I know Bogdanovich is really like best plays in the building to me.
Might be better than that. Only the free throw will not make it in. Only the 2-pointers will make it in for Bogdanovich. Murray for 3. That's another miss here by the Denver Nuggets. Simmons got the air away and a rebound by Jones Jr. He's got his first. Bogdanovich tries the 3. Does it, but doesn't make the 3-point. Now Murray wants it for 3. That's another miss again. Eubanks sets it across with his 4th rebound of the night. He'll give it over to Bogdanovich. Back to Eubanks. Eubanks will switch it over to Simmons to reset the floor. Flopping change, that finds Jones Jr. Jones Jr. Here's another one for Coffee, and he'll get a 2-pointer. Coffee starts his first 2, and it's after assist by Derrick Jones Jr. Down to 25 seconds. Sarge in the middle, drives up, makes it in. Sarge with another 2-pointer after assist by Jamal Murray. Up 61-46 game. Down to 15 seconds in the third quarter. Simmons launching in, pass to Bogdanovich. Here's another one. The finish drive will catch it in. He's here in the crowd. 9 points in this game.
There's no stop to Bogdanovich. That's really the fast break pace pays off.
Murray back steps it for 2. That's another miss, and that will end the third quarter. 63-46 is the score. James Harden feels like let's land out this game and tie the series to go back to Mile High.
I bet that's going to be the one, so let's see where it goes.
4 quarters coming up next after the break. 63-46. Be back soon. Let's have a quick moment to reveal the State Farm assist of the game. Now, big drives are definitely a compact pound. You see the last play, you give it over to Eubanks. That was Kawhi Leonard's on the pass, and he got a great look by Eubanks with a great drive. This is why I see great picks. This inbound is putting the light out.
Indeed so. I agree with that one. It's what happens with Eubanks, it gets the job done.
We played 3 quarters of the game, but this is the final quarter in Los Angeles. Hope you're having fun with us, and if you're tuning us in, we've got the 4th quarter started. Russell Westbrook is with Jamal Murray, and Jokic in center with Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon in power forward. The start off for Leonard after being on the court, trying to finish it in, but the drive won't do. Gordon rolls back to Porter Jr. Porter 2. And this here for Denver. And Powell will have it the other way down, right toward the floor. Past 30 seconds to play on the court in the 4th. Coffee. Leonard. Back steps in. Another miss by Los Angeles. They're not shooting correctly. Kawhi Leonard's definitely having a little difficulty since back in the 3rd game, but it was not trying to be easy enough. They can't start off like that if they don't play it for real. So the problem is, they just can't move at all. Coffee's checked out as Ivica Zubac is checked in on the court. Now here's Murray. Toward the corner, alley-oop. Oh, he knocked him down on Ivica Zubac. That's a big throwdown.
Oh, are you kidding me? That's what I did not see. Aaron Gordon. I thought that was an offensive cutout for him, I guess. And I thought that would have been.
I would agree that. I thought the head coaches were complaining. I thought that was an offense foul, but it was not. They knocked somebody over, and then there could be a blocking foul. I don't know know what they did, but it seemed like that was no joke. How could he ever slam that dunk down? I don't know. Must have happened with only take one by one. No question asked. Porter Jr. for three. That wasn't an out. Rebounded by Leonard. Now he's 4th rebound of the night, and Porter Jr. is having a slow start here in the second half. He's missing everything. Zubac gives to Leonard. On a shot over Porter Jr. He got the defensive this time, and another rebound puts for Denver Nuggets. Now he will give it over to Westbrook. Number is 3 for the corner. Past the 2 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. And now here's Harden. Over now to Leonard. Leonard pass to Harden for another 3. He tries it, but he still hasn't got another 3-pointer that time. They try to go for MVP. And now Russell Westbrook gets the finish. And Porter Jr. with the assist. Well, the shooter, like, it was not really the big chain afterward. They really stepped on, see that coming down. Harden gives over to Leonard. Leonard back steps to Harden. Back to Leonard. Right from baseline. No good. Porter Jr. with the rebound. 5:15 remaining in the 4th. Russell Westbrook finishing the drive is not and stopped by Leonard. Ivica Zubac got his 10th rebound. And Harden, open look. Kaboom. That one is another 3-pointer. 30 in a row. Well, he's been a legendary. I mean, he wants to bang it home and finish off game 4. Timeout given by the Nuggets with under 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. They sort of seem to, so there's no way to have one or another. As with the coming up games here, guys, as we are able to show things up, this will be all for you viewers who will be watching us in for the next NBA 2K Sports. Here are the next games. Milwaukee Bucks faces against the Pacers. It is a 2-1 series as the Pacers beat over for the Bucks, but it's game 4 as they will be able to show off if they win again. Following along with the next game as we have the OKC Thunder taking on against the Mavericks. It is a 3-0 takeover for OKC, and if they win again, they'll be moving on to the next round to face against the winning team. And then after that, we've got the Cavs and the Hawks for our next matchup here on for tonight's game, tomorrow night's game at 7 p.m. in Atlanta, and the final game at 8:30 p.m. will be the Wolves against the Rockets. One last game, 3-0. This might be it. One last change, and it'll be done. What will they do? You'll find out. Don't miss your next games only on Son of Beast. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and keep up to date by clicking the notification bell. If you know somebody will. Under 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter as now Gordon. And as for the Clippers, 3 players checked out, 3 players checked in. Leonard, Dunn, Powell moves over. Westbrook. Gordon for 3. Goes for another 3, but he misses. Kawhi Leonard with 5 rebounds in the game now finds James Harden. Harden trying to move around. Went over Westbrook, and he got it again. That's 32 for James Harden. With only 23 and 9 in the second half, he really kept on big here. Oh man, that's my word here. James Harden, he's like doing this. Oh, here he goes. No way! That's no way! That's crazy! How could James Harden do that? I don't know. He definitely wanted to do this one again. He felt like he wanted to line it out. And he did. That is a great step back 3. Now the next substitution coming in on the court, Murray's checked out, and Sarge just checked back, as Braun's checked back in. 4:04 remaining in the regulation quarter. Westbrook back to Gordon. On the tee. Blocked by Ivica Zubac. Westbrook back to Braun for 3. Then he will take the triple from outside for a 73-53. It is a 30-point game. 20-point game. Harden sends to Leonard. We'll swing it back to James Harden. There he goes. Oh! Right in the middle. And he had slammed down with two-hand gun.
That's just believable. You wouldn't see that James Harden would do that, don't you, Beast?
Not my word. Oh, back the other way will do. That's for Jokic. Here's Harden following along with the jam by Jokic. Oh, he's trying to bust a mess up here on Russell Westbrook. And now Powell will have it the outside. Now finds it over to Leonard. Leonard finds it back to Harden. Harden for the two. That one steps up to miss. Leonard up and good. Leonard with 7 points in the game. And here's Westbrook in the wing. Pass to Bron with two-hand jam down. He takes his turn to do the slam dunk. And now Kawhi Leonard with the ball. It's our way to have a win in the tie series. Here's Kawhi Leonard for the finish drive is good. Kawhi Leonard with 9 points in the game. Only 2:30 remaining. And Bron, right to the wing. Slides that back. Westbrook for three. That's good. Open look for the three-pointer at 79-60 game. We're coming down to a 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. As now here's Dunn. Dunn slowing his time down. Now finds it again to James Harden. Harden gives over to Leonard. Leonard gives over to Harden. Harden looks over to Leonard. Leonard over Gordon. And that's good. Kawhi Leonard drops it down. And a final, the last timeout will be Denver. As this will be talking it over. Well, I bet now, I think the tie series is going to be the Clippers and the Nuggets. 2-2. No kidding. We were really sure enough that they were really kept them from targeting practices all night. They would definitely play for real, but I would bet on that if this comes in fruition.
Well, you better than now and believe in it, Big Boss. You have to believe on that, because if you don't, that one will scare you out and turn things over.
That's just the first key to make that play all set. And I hope you all are definitely enjoying the crossover between NHL and NBA as we are running out for the final part for the next section, as we have some couple games to go here for the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. There are only 6 teams remaining, as this will be the Oilers facing against the Kings. Then the other side of it, as we go to the Eastern Conference, the Lightning and the Panthers. And then finally, with our center in between, Knights and Wilds back in Vegas. That'll be our next games here with the third doubleheader of the game. We'll find out what takes in, what takes out. And now it's time to present our New Balance Player of the Game. Tonight's Player of the Game goes to James Harden, the beard. We know about the beard, but we always know that he was like a astoundable beast. He really finishes off with the great intentional drive. Strong skills, make that change-up work. It's just living on his imagination. He really has to be playing like that. Work hard, go hard. And that might be him. All for James Harden. He can definitely keep things going. He wants to get another postseason advantage, and we will be seeing him back in Game 5 in Mile High. Here's Westbrook with the ball. Gives over to Najee. Najee lost the ball. Rebounded by Najee. Around the back. We'll get it to go. No, we never lay up dry for Najee. And Kawhi Leonard will help their team finish things up in the fourth quarter as he's on a fire pace though. Bogdanovich will send it back to Kawhi Leonard. Leonard will swing to Bogdanovich, going for three. That's our miss here, and rebounded by Porter Jr. Under 90 seconds remaining in the shot clock and game clock, and Leonard will take it over. Simmons, over to Leonard. Leonard passes back to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich looking around, finds it over to Batum. Batum swings it over. Leonard with the ball. Back step for two. And rebound by Batum. Now finds it over to Bogdanovich. 50 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Leonard. Bogdanovich for three. That's good. Another 2-pointer for Bogdanovich. He has 11. It's the finish on making it successful. It's definitely what happens with Game 4. They let it out. Brian, right turn outside, pass to Westbrook. And here's a change. On a finish. And that one carries over by Simmons with the rebound. He has 4. So Simmons will finish it off from here down to 20 seconds in the 4th. And he finds McDonough. He wants to do it one more time. But this time to Simmons, and he finished it. Ben Simmons got 3 after McDonough with the assist. Hey, that's a little good communication here. Good dish up. Like that idea. And as for Westbrook, will finish here in Game 4. Clippers tie the series 85-62. And they will be able to head back to Mile High in Game 5. Well, they never seem to be playing it for. And Kawhi Leonard, it's a wild run to finish Game 4. Hopefully Game 6 will be happening things again. Let's go down to courtside as we have Allie LaForce standing by for the player of the game. Allie?
James, night in and night out, this team comes ready to perform. What does this win say about your collective focus?
We've had that same mentality all year long. You know, whether it's bad record teams or guys in and out the lineups, we just had a mindset all season that this year's going to be special. So, you know, no matter who it is we play, we go out there and try to be at a high level and win as many games as we can.
It's about you, not the opponent. You got that right. Thanks, James.
All right, Allie, thank you for your time. And folks, that's going to wrap it up. Along with my broadcast partner, we're Allie LaForce and Gangsta and Paintbrush. I'm Son of Beast. Hope you all enjoyed this part of the late night game here in the West Coast. We'll see you next time of the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Good night, everybody. All right, thank you so much, Son of Beast, and what a win for this. Los Angeles Clippers able to walk away with a victory win of Game 4, 85-62. Here's how they did with the total statistics. 59% for the field goals for the Los Angeles Clippers with 45 three-pointers and 50 free throws for the Los Angeles Clippers. They added another stat for the fast break points for 11 and 38 points in the paint for 38. Denver Nuggets only had 11 second chance points on their chance drive ever. 24 bench points and 32 assists. That was for Los Angeles Clippers. I mean, that was definitely like always a no joke to me. And 8 offensive rebounds for the Denver Nuggets. 33 defensive rebounds for the Los Angeles Clippers. And 3 steals for Denver. And both teams have 1 blocks. No kidding. Only 1 blocks. That was it. 3 turnovers. That's for Los Angeles with 5 points off. Then it was 4 team fouls for Los Angeles Clippers. 8 dunks here to made for Denver Nuggets. 23 biggest lead for Los Angeles with 18:39 time of possession. And this wasn't really always a matter of fact. Los Angeles definitely done it again. Yeah, I bet I believe you hear me, phone. It was really all that changes everything. Nothing sets the point. And now it's time to send over to 3 star players of the game. Over to you, Tyler. All right, thank you very much. Time for 3 star players of the game. Let's see what we got. The 3rd star player of the game will start off is Kawhi Leonard. The Claw finishes with 11 points with only a 25 performance effort with 5 out of 11 field goals and 1 3-pointer. 2 steals of the game, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. The Claw is back. He's not injured at all, but he definitely stayed on the court. He didn't want to push himself for the last game, but this time he did. It was all for amazing. The finish one does it all. Number 2 is Jamal Murray with 14 points with 3 rebounds and 4 assists. He made 6 out of 19 field goal range with 1 dunk, 22 performance effort, 1 3-pointer, 6 out of 19 field goals, and this Blue Arrow will try to keep commanding for the next game. And your number 1 star player of the game, it's the Beard, the one and only James Harden. 37 points with 2 rebounds and 5 assists, 15 out of 22 field goals with 7 out of 10 3-pointers. He's been dagging in big. With 48 performance effort and 1 dunk, it's how you finish with all the mighty one. That's how you win for the 4th game of the night. And that's going to wrap up for tonight's game. Thank you for watching the crossover of the NHL and NBA. We'll see how this happens with our next game, so keep your eyes on us steady. We've got the Bucks and Pacers starting at 1, then the Mavericks against the OKC Thunders at 4 p.m. Then 7 p.m. will be the Hawks and Cavs back at Atlanta. And finally, the Wolves face against the Rockets back at Target Center. That coverage will start at 8:30 p.m. and 7:30 Central. Well, that's it for now, and looks like we're going to have to wrap it up because it's time to go home. We'll see you back, everybody, again for tomorrow night's game. In the meantime, Tyler Beast out, and along with me and MePhone11, thank you for watching, and see you folks next time for as well as the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. You've been watching the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports, presented by, well, nothing really said, presented by 2K Sports 1, but that's all that happens. Anyways, thank you for joining us in, and we'll see you again next time. So long, in Los Angeles of Inglewood.
If you don't, somebody will.